And you want to use silence as your answer to continue to deflect, manipulate, and avoid my question. And an attempt to also manipulate my emotions with the situation as well. So, what is it going to be? You really want to move through this next phase with silence? Or are you going to answer my question? I don't want to be responsible for having to protect you when I also care about the person doing harm to you. I deeply care for you both, and so I want to act like I don't see anything while I'm standing there, so that I can still hold on to whatever connection I can still latch on to between the two of you. Because I don't want to come in to protect you and become responsible for protecting you if that means turning against another person that I care about too. It's hard. It feels like I have to choose between you or them, and I don't like having to do that. I want everyone. It's hard to take these off because that means that I have to become responsible to now choose between two people that I want in my life and two people that I deeply care about, because I have to protect one from the other. And then if I step in and protect you from them, they're then going to attack me. And I don't want that, because I don't want the drama. I don't want the stress. I don't like conflict. So I keep the shades on because this is my form of safety. I don't know how to progress forward in protecting you without losing them. So I use these so I don't see anything, so that I can continue to progress with the dysfunction you have clearly outed. Because I see the best in both of you. And I don't want to lose either one of you, even if it would be healthier for me. I don't want to choose. I don't want to feel like I have to choose just to protect. I'd rather alienate, observe, and forget. And then act like it didn't happen. Turning a blind eye to abuse, harm, neglect, or disrespect just to be able to keep them in my life while I'm with you. There, I said it. Now leave me alone. I need to regulate my feelings. Okay, so here's how I'm going to respond to you. I'm going to just let you know that this is going to be some tough love I'm going to give you. Not to be sarcastic, but to be direct. If you want to continue living your life with shades, then I'm going to require distance from you. And I will have to disassociate myself from you until you can evolve past wearing shades to turn a blind eye to emotional, mental, harmful treatment that is, in a sense, covertly abusive, disrespectful, or harmful. I don't need to entertain someone in my corner that chooses to not protect me when I wouldn't hesitate to step in to protect them. And I also don't need someone in my corner where I have to question if the commitment I'm in with them is being treated as a devotion to protecting even our connection, with one another from others who seek to harm or come in between it. Because if you're willing to turn a blind eye and wear shades every time you have to face a predicament that requires you to step up to the plate, and you can't show up and hold the capacity to stand in a state of being able to protect me, not saying I can't protect myself, but if you're a bystander, I want you to understand you're enabling the behavior. You're enabling them to continue showing up through being covertly abusive through their acts of treatment, whether that be mental, emotional, or even physical. Which let's hope it doesn't get to that point. But retracting back to the point in general, if you don't know how to confront and draw the line and stand in it, because you don't have the emotional capacity to do this, and you'd rather wear your shades to help you feel safe during me experiencing from someone you are also connected to and that you care about, by the way, from you confronting them basically for showing up in the energy they're choosing to show up in negatively towards me, and if they're doing it in front of you, heck, even if I'm not there and they're still doing it and you're choosing to wear shades and I'm not there to protect myself, and you're acting like a bystander even when I'm not there, which continues to still enable their treatment, even when I'm not there, of choosing to practice a form of disrespect, you're not in my corner. You're an opportunist. You're selective. Your loyalty is to yourself being in a state of impartial positions to avoid conflict. You're obsessed with solution-based approaches that orient and surround dysfunctional approaches that you know are seated in gaslighting and distorting realities just to continue living with and living around one another. I don't want that in my reality. You've got to figure out yourself away from me. And I'm going to need space to process all this and digest this myself. Because what I'm telling you right now is about standards that I'm having with folks. Where if you don't have the capacity, if you're in a connection with me and you're supposed to be in my corner, and you don't have the capacity to show up when you can clearly visually see that the person that another person you're also connected to is unwarrantedly being disrespectful and showing up unnecessarily in a disrespectful way when there was no reason for it, or it was unprovoked, or it was out of bounds, whatever you want to state it to be, if you're acting like a bystander instead of showing up and acting like you're in my corner because you have a choice to be, if we're in a connection, and you're trying to act like you're not in my corner by wearing shades, then you're not in my corner. You're not on my side. And that means that the connection you're in with me isn't a connection. It's an opportunist connection where you pick and choose when you want to be by my side, and you pick and choose when you want to be loyal to protecting me when I can't protect myself or when I don't know I need to protect myself. And then when you are there, I'll know that you're going to choose to actually just be a bystander instead of someone that actually chooses to step up to the plate, where I would be the only one end up protecting myself without you having my back. And I don't need that. I don't need to worry about that. I don't want to worry about that. I don't need nobody playing devil's advocate with me either, especially when it's unwarranted behavior. that is taking place that's harmful. It's not impartial or innocent or objective. It's harmful. And if it's harmful and you're choosing to wear shades to avoid conflict and confrontation, I'm gonna need you to go sit with yourself without me. And I'm gonna let you go through that yourself. I'm not going to take responsibility for you to practice raising your awareness, to evolving your emotional capacity to handle the fact that you are going to have to actually grow up. Recognizing when people act like this, consequences follow, not more chances to still show up the same way. Otherwise, you're enabling covert and indirect and direct forms of abuse being done towards someone you're supposed to be in a connection with. I could go into it further, but I'd just probably be saying this in completely different ways. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Or are you still in a position of denial and resistance and turning a blind eye to what I've just said?